Ladies and gentlemen, we are back for the second game here tonight from the Pharisee O. Woods Coliseum. We find the Wolfe County Wolves facing the Estill County Engineers. And the kind of secondary plot will be me and Lucas Miller versus the Estill County Band, which is right behind us.
I don't like our odds, Rob.
Tell you what, one of the best bands I've heard in a long time. I'm excited for this game. We had a great opening round matchup between Cordia and Hazard, and this one looks to be just as good. Both of these coaches I know pretty well. The Wolfe County team has looked better and better in every game they've played late in the season. I don't know a whole lot about this Engineer team. And Lucas, I know you can probably help me out on that, but anticipating a great matchup between these two.
Yeah, Estill County came into the district tournament. They had played about 3 straight weeks without who most consider their best player in Cade Benton. And they got him back, I think, the last game before district tournament started. And obviously he makes a huge difference for them. Coach Hall does a great job. He's been, in a few different schools in the 14th region, over the last 15, 20 years. One of the best X's and O coaches.
He's a class act.
And I was going to say an even better person.
Yep, he's a class act.
And he's got this Engineer team peaking at the right time. And I look for it to be a heck of a ball game.
Yeah, it's going to be a good matchup. Looks to be on paper and in front of us watching them warming up. Looks to be some great action between these two clubs. All these student athletes look to be primed and ready. The coaching staffs are ready. I'll tell you what, folks, I had to take a deep breath after that first one. I think I'm ready for this second one. I hope Lucas is prepared because I may need some help. He may have to carry me through this next one. Special thanks to all the Breathitt County administration and the community for helping to pull this 14th region tournament together, and they've done a great job getting everybody. It's logistically probably a nightmare, and I tell you what, all the parking and the people coming and going and all the things that have to take place, and Breathitt County's done a great job of getting that done here at the Coliseum and in town tonight, and special thanks to our fans and all of our sponsors. We'll take a quick break and go to commercial and let our executive producer play some commercials, and we'll be right back.
Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply, located in Jackson, Kentucky, is proud to serve Breathitt and surrounding communities. They are also proud to support the local schools and sports teams. Come in and allow them to help you with all your electric and plumbing supply needs. And now introducing Jackson Septic Supply, selling concrete septic tanks. Give Herbie and the gang a call at 606-666-4052 to see how they can help you.
Are more than capable of providing quality care, and my partner and I will bring that.
We teamed up together as cardiothoracic surgeons to provide the highest standards of care.
We can give people a better quality of life, and the quality of surgery will be as exemplary here as it is anywhere else.
ARH Cardiovascular and Thoracic Associates. Beat that.
I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
If you've been waiting on the new Samsung Galaxy S22 device, then the team at Appalachian Wireless has some good news for you. Appalachian Wireless is launching all Samsung S22 models on sale. Every S22 model will be $150 off normal contract pricing. Or take $100 off and we'll pay the taxes on the Appalachian Advantage. Visit one of our retail or dealer locations and on the web, because we don't want you to miss this fantastic deal. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Q Sales and Services, formerly known as Jackson Wholesale Company, is a locally owned and operated convenience store and grocery store supplier with a full line of products. They have ice cream, groceries, meat, dairy, candy, and more. They even have janitorial supplies, including Tactical Strike disinfectant. Tactical Strike has been approved by the EPA to kill the virus that causes COVID-19. Give PDQ a call today at 606-666-2495.
Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cold drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure you try our Chester's Fried Chicken. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
$30 off your Thacker Grigsby or TVS broadband bill through the Affordable Connectivity Program? If you participate in certain federal government-funded programs, yes, you can start your qualification process by going to acpbenefit.org and click on the blue Apply Now button, or call our office at 606-785-9500 or stop by one of our locations in Jackson, Whitesburg, Hazard, or Hindman.
At HCTC, you're more than just a student.
I'm a daughter.
I am a father.
I am employed.
I am a mother.
I am ambitious.
I am a work in progress.
I am an innovator.
I am a HCTC graduate.
Just up the road in Erlanger, Kentucky's own playing card company produces more than 5 billion cards a year. We know because we're Kentucky's insurance company, insuring all sorts of property damage involving your auto and home, but not your house of cards. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, big on commitment.
Back after that commercial break to the Coliseum here in Jackson, Kentucky, to find this tonight's second matchup between the Estill Engineers and the Wolfe County Wolves. About 1 minute before tip-off. Special thanks again to all of our sponsors, and special thanks to the fans that have tuned in to watch Bluegrass Sports Nation. Appreciate you guys making us your choice to watch tonight's games. We had a great first matchup here tonight between Cordia and Hazard, with Cordia pulling out the victory. Lucas Miller, this one looks to be like a good one. I just tell you, I've been a Wolfe County Wolf fan for a lot of years, other than when they were playing Breathitt. I've always followed the Wolves. I don't know a whole lot about this Estill County Engineers team other than their coaching staff, but I tell you what, these Engineers, they look tough.
Well, Estill's got two really talented guards, like we talked about earlier, Cade Benton and Will Isford, and then they've got some good size. They don't have anybody quite as big as Skylar Ritchie, but they do have some good size, and they've got a couple kids that they spot up on that three-point line, and they shoot it well.
Well, I'm anticipating a great game. Thanks again to all the Breathitt County staff and administration for getting this going here tonight and doing a great job of all the logistics and getting things settled in and everybody in and out of the gym. And we're getting set for the starting lineups. We got a fresh 8 minutes for the first quarter on the clock. And the Wolfe County Wolves starting five will be coming up first. I'll let you handle that, Mr. Miller.
Number 4, junior shooting guard Sawyer Thompson. Leading scorer for the Wolves.
Got a great shot.
Number 2, the heart and soul leader of the Wolves, Wilgus Tosin, senior guard.
Soon to be worldwide known.
Brother number 21, Elijah Tosin, sharpshooter. Big man in the middle, sophomore Skylar Ritchie. And number 1, junior Levi Mayab.
Tell you what, Levi played good the other night. I was really impressed with his first minutes as a starter.
Yeah, he's playing himself back into form. He's had to sit out a few games.
He did a great job.
Yeah, he's getting himself lined back out.
And Coach Creech, I interviewed him after the tournament draw the other morning, and he gave nothing but good things to say about this Estill County team. He gave them props. He mentioned Benton as we got him coming out right now. Seemed to be a little bit worried about Benton, and Coach Creech said he'd have the troops ready.
Yeah. Number 23, Isford had a really, really good game against Wolfe the last time they played. Look for Coach Creech to really key on keeping him out of the lane and off the free throw line.
As we get to starting lineups for the Estill Engineers, number 15, Dustin Biller. Cade Benton, number 2. Will Isford, number 23. Kenny Rose, number 11. And Bryce Willis, number 12. Starting lineup for the Engineers.
Willis is a sharpshooter for the Engineers. Does a really good job of playing off of Benton and Isford's penetration and catches the ball ready to shoot really well.
Look, I know Dustin Biller. He's a tough young man, one of the football engineers. I remember calling his name during the football season. Here's the tip. Richie gets the tip but knocks it back to Benton for the Engineers. They control the opening tip. Here comes Willis. Gets it to Beeler, now to Benton. Benton with Lige Tolson in front of him. Now to Isford. Isford to Beeler. Tell you what, the Engineers still with some good lengthy size as Benton goes in. Shot no good. Cleared out there by Sawyer Thompson.
Elijah Tolson done a really good job of staying vertical there and not fouling.
Thompson dumped it off to Richie inside. Got it to Wilgus Tolson. Shot three-point basket by Thompson is good to open this one up for the Wolves. 3-0. 7:17 to go in the first. Beeler to Isford. Isford looks to Coach Hall.
Look for Estill County to be really deliberate here early. Coach Hall's teams are always really disciplined.
Isford over to Beeler. Beeler wants to go inside, goes lane, spins, turns, goes up. Shot bounces all over the rim and is in for Dustin Beeler.
Nice strong move there.
Tolson over in the corner to Mayab. Mayab's three off the mark, controlled by Richie. Richie dumps it back to Mayab. Comes back down, wanted to shoot the three. Ball tipped, and the Engineers come up with a turnover. Bryce Willis underneath, and that shot by Rose is good. 4-3, Engineers. Mayab over in the left wing. Dishes off to Lige Tolson. Gonna shoot the three, just off the mark. Cleared out of there by Thompson. Goes up and under, blocked by Benton. Knocked down, Wilgus Tolson comes up with it. Dishes it to Mayab. Back out to Wilgus Tolson. Don't leave him open, guys. Here you go. I just knew Wilgus was going to make that one. Ball on the court. Scramble. Taken away by Wilgus. Thompson under the basket. Gives back to Wilgus for the layup.
Both teams playing really hard right now. Loose ball there, and the Wolves were able to come up with it and get a putback.
Well,
those hustle plays will make the difference.
That is the Wilgus Tolson we know. As Isford drives, shot was no good. Wilgus Tolson pushing it up the court for the Wolves. Over in the corner to Lige Tolson. Drives under the basket. Shot is, he's called for the walk. I thought he got bumped.
Yeah, they're letting them play, but they're letting them play on both ends. So, I think neither coach, is going to have a big problem with that.
Coach Hall calling the play for the Engineers. 5:16 to go in the first. Ball knocked away from Beeler. Thompson all over him. Beeler goes up. Shot no good. Skylar Ritchie with the rebound. Wilgus Tolson loses the handle on it. Willis to Isford. Isford wants to drive. Kicks it back to Beeler. And we got an offensive,
Isford, I think there.
Isford going to be charged for the foul under the basket. Offensive foul. That'll be his first. 4:54 to go here in the first period, 4-5. Wilgus Tolson walks it up for the Wolves. Over to Ritchie. Now back to Wilgus. Dishes to Sawyer Thompson. Oh, I thought that one was going in. Shot no good, going to go out of bounds. That's his shot.
I look for Coach Creech to really try to get it inside to Ritchie here in the next couple of possessions. They've shot several shots outside, and they want to get Ritchie involved. He had a really good game against the Engineers earlier this year.
Isford over to Willis in the corner now. Shot was no good. Shot was no good for Cade Benton.
I think we had a push in the back on number 15 for the Engineers.
That's his first. Dustin Beeler. 4:18 to go. Wolves with a 1-point lead. Wilgus finds Sawyer Thompson. Kick back to Lodge. Over to Mayab. Mayab up and under, and it goes in.
Nice job using the rim and the backboard to protect the ball there.
Isford and Willis back and forth. Pass from Beeler to Benton, and Beeler says, my bad. He just overthrew Benton. Ball goes out of bounds.
Coach Creech did a good job there. He switched his defenses last couple possessions and went to a 1-3-1. It's bothered the Engineers a little bit there.
Tolson over to Thompson. Thompson looking inside. Dishes it to Ritchie. Taken away by Beeler. Beeler over to Benton. Benton pushes it up the court. Wilgus went for the steal. Dishes over for three. That was Willis. The shot was no good. Scramble for the ball.
Going to be a foul on Mayab.
Yep. Foul on Levi Mayab. That'll be his first. 3 on Wolfe County so far in the first. Engineers to inbound the ball. Isford to Benton. Now to Beeler. Back to Willis.
Wolf still playing that 1-3-1 and able to get the shot at the free throw line that time. Estill County was.
Kenny Rose from the free throw line. Tolson to Mayab.
Nice backdoor cut there.
Nice cut by Lige Tolson, and he gets rewarded with the ball and a 2 points. 6-7. Engineers with a 1-point lead.
Good pass there by Levi Mayab to be patient and let that all develop.
Willis and Isford. Isford with it now. Beeler going to come to the corner. Over in the corner to Benton, who shoots the three, and it's good for Cade Benton. 9-9 with 2:26 to go in the first. Big basket by Lige Tolson, shot no good. Benton over to Beeler. Now to Isford in the corner to Willis. Puts
Looks
up
like
the three,
it's
partially blocked.
Yeah.
Wilgus Tolson there for the block and to pick up the ball. Watch him go, folks. That's the Wilgus Tolson we're used to. No look pass to Mayab in the corner. Shot was no good. Bryce Willis from the corner for three.
The Engineers have adjusted to the 1-3-1, and they're getting good ball movement now, and they've got that corner three straight times, been able to knock 2 of them down.
Wilgus Tolson to Lige Tolson now. Pass to Mayab. So impressed with that possession for Wilgus. Him to clean up his shot, come down the court. Unselfish pass. There you see Sawyer Thompson with another 2.
Sawyer's really good at that elbow area working, and he always stays so calm and gets a quality shot as Benton's going to drive baseline.
Benton kicks it back out to Willis.
Looks like the Wolves have went to a 2-3 zone now.
Isford back to Willis.
Now they've matched up out of it.
Over to Isford on the left wing. Calls for the screen. Now back to Willis, top of the key. Isford with it now. Like you said, the engineer is very deliberate. Isford goes in. Shot is no good, but he draws the foul. And the foul will be on Mayab. That'll be his second foul. So Isford will go to the line for 2 shots. 34 seconds left here in the first. Shot is up, and it rolls off. Wolves with a 1-point lead right now. Andrew Mayab comes in for Levi for the Wolves. Andrew with some impressive minutes the other night too. Second shot, no good by Isford. 30 seconds now. Wilgus Tolson cross midcourt for the Wolves.
Coach Creech is going to hold this one, and then he'll get the first possession out of the timeout. So he'll try to steal a possession here.
19 seconds as time runs off the clock. Wilgus Tolson, top of the key, gets the offense in motion. Under 10 seconds to go. 6 now, gonna drive. Turns in the corner, and he's
got a double dribble.
Yeah, double dribble. Pass was intended for Levi, or Andrew Mayab, and ball got away from him. Wilgus able to clean it up, put up the shot, but he was called for the double dribble. 0.9 seconds. Pass inbounds, knocked loose. Benton throws it up, no good, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. Wolfe County Wolves 11, Estill Engineers 12. We'll be back after these messages on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply, located in Jackson, Kentucky, is proud to serve Breathitt and surrounding communities. They are also proud to support the local schools and sports teams. Come in and allow them to help you with all your electric and plumbing supply needs. And now introducing Jackson Septic Supply, selling concrete septic tanks. Give Herbie and the gang a call at 606-666-4052 to see how they can help you.
Are more than capable of providing quality care, and my partner and I will bring that.
We teamed up together as cardiothoracic surgeons to provide the highest standards of care.
We can give people a better quality of life, and the quality of surgery will be as exemplary here as it is anywhere else.
ARH Cardiovascular and Thoracic Associates. Beat that.
Off the second quarter, Wolves to get the possession out of the break. Wilgus Tolson brings it across midcourt for the Wolves.
Estill's went to they start in a 1-1-3 set, and then it kind of flattens out into a 2-3. They really try to pressure the ball at the top and get it over to a side.
Hodge Tolson now over to Sawyer Thompson. Thompson looking inside. Cross court, back to Lige Tolson. Now back to Thompson. Thompson drives. Under the basket, goes up, off the backboard, and good for Sawyer Thompson.
Skylar Ritchie done a really good job there of sealing his man and not allowing him to step over and stop Sawyer.
Bryce Willis over to Benton. Benton over to Rose. Rose for 3. It's good. Thompson to Tolson. Tolson throws it out of bounds. Turnover. Wolves with an empty possession, and that'll go to the Engineers. Bryce Willis walking it up the court for Coach Hall as he calls out instructions. Dish inside to Beeler. Beeler back out top of the key, gives to Benton. Benton goes in, puts up the jump shot. Off the rim, no good. Cleaned up by Rose. Rose with a rebound. Tries to get it inside. Scramble for the ball on the court. And it's going to go against Wilgus Tolson.
I'm not sure Coach Creech liked that one. I mean, that was a loose ball, and somehow.
Not a whole lot of people in the gym like that one.
I just think it was a no call.
It was scramble for the ball, more like a jump ball than anything, or a walk even.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking they were going to call on Estill. 6:43 to go in the second, 15-13. 2-point game. Willis to inbound to Benton. Now to Isford, top of the key, inside to Rose. Rose working against Skylar Ritchie. Dishes to Dustin Beeler. Now to Isford. Now to Benton. Benton brings Willis back out over to Beeler. Beeler dumps it off to Willis. Bryce Willis working against Wilgus Tolson. Dumps it to Benton. Now back to Willis. Now back to Benton. Benton wants to drive. Goes in the lane. Goes up and under and gets the roll. Wilgus Tolson. Now to Thompson.
One thing this zone's really done a good job of for the Engineers, it's pushed Wolfe out off that three-point line. Yeah. And, you know, they're 4 or 5 feet out there.
Tolson under the basket. Hard to stop, but the shot doesn't fall. Beeler gets the rebound. Pushes it up for the Engineers. In the lane. Isford. Now to Willis. Going to take the long three. No good. Rebound down to Beeler. Knocked loose by Tolson. Skylar Ritchie saves it, and here comes Wilgus Tolson for the Wolves. Knocked loose. Picked up by Sawyer Thompson. Now to Lige Tolson. Now back to Thompson. Thompson kicks back to Lige Tolson. Over to Wilgus now. Wilgus Tolson looking inside. To Ritchie. Ritchie dumps to Thompson. And Benton going to be called for the foul. All he can do is smile after that one. He knew he was guilty on that one. That'll be the first on Cade Benton. 3 fouls for the Engineers and 2 for the Engineers, 3 for the Wolves in this first half. 3-point ball by Thompson, no good. Cleaned out by Beeler, big rebound. Gets it to Benton. Benton working against Thompson, spins, goes up, off the backboard and good for Cade Benton.
And Coach Creech is going to call timeout and try to regroup here.
We'll take a quick timeout with them and be back after these messages.
If you've been waiting on the new Samsung Galaxy S22 device, then the team at Appalachian Wireless has some good news for you. Appalachian Wireless is launching all Samsung S22 models on sale. Every S22 model will be $150 off normal contract pricing. Or take $100 off and we'll pay the taxes on the Appalachian Advantage. Visit one of our retail or dealer locations and on the web, because we don't want you to miss this fantastic deal. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
So thanks again to our tournament sponsors, Appalachian Regional Healthcare, First Trust Bank, the Law Office of David A. Johnson, Appalachian Wireless, PDQ Sales and Service, Go Time, YPK Motorsports, Thacker Grigsby Communications, Hazard Community and Technical College, Wolfe County Tourism, Wolfe County Farm Bureau, Whitaker Bank, Banks Auto Sales, Holbrook Implement, Jackson Physical Therapy, Southern Woods Heating and Air, and Jackson Electric. Back to the action now. Thompson under the basket with a pass from Wilgus Tolson. Thompson drives, dishes to Ritchie. Ritchie up and under, loses the handle. Maybe knocked loose in there. Bryce Willis comes up with it to Beeler for the Engineers. Dishes to Isford, cross court to Benton. Now back to Willis. Now back to Isford. Isford going to drive, goes up against Mayab. Shot off the backboard, no good. Big rebound for Skylar Ritchie, and Levi Mayab is down.
I think he stepped on somebody's foot there.
Yeah, he's holding that right ankle. I think he's all right. Going to walk that one off back down the court. Big rebound that time by Skylar Ritchie. I think the referees are going to make Levi sit out for a possession anyway. .4:17 to go in the first as Coach Creech gets an explanation from the referee. 3 fouls each team in this first half. Thompson inbounds to Tolson. Wilgus Tolson across midcourt. Over to Lige Tolson, now back to Wilgus Tolson. Gets the screen from Mayab. Drives, dishes to Skylar Ritchie, up and under, no good. Cade Benton with the rebound. Benton gonna shoot the three, no good. Off the backboard, Thompson gets it to Tolson. Tolson intended for Lige Tolson, off the tips of his fingers and out of bounds. Turnover to the Engineers.
Wolves have to take better care of the ball right now.
Yeah.
You know, they went scoreless here for about 4 or 5 minutes. They've got to execute and get a bucket here.
Willis over to Benton. Benton going to shoot the three again. Gets a better look.
Coach Creek's going to have to call another timeout.
Benton nails the three, and that puts the Engineers up 22-13. We'll take another break and be back here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
Special thanks to all the administration and staff and the Board of Education here at Breathitt County High School and Breathitt County School District as they pulled out a great first night here at the Coliseum and the facilities here at the high school. No matter where you look, you see somebody putting in some time to help with this event. Special thanks to the Jackson Fire Department, Jackson City Police, and the Sheriff's Office here in town. Doing a great job directing traffic and getting people in the correct parking spaces. And logistically, this could be a nightmare, but so far everything's been handled greatly by Breathitt County and the administration and staff and the community. This game, Coach Creech had to call a timeout, slow things down again, keep the Wolves in distance. 22-13, Engineers with really some impressive offense here in the first half. Thompson, no look pass back to Lige Tolson for three, no good. Ball tipped, Wilgus Tolson goes up and he's going to draw the foul. I really thought that shot for Lige was going to drop that time.
This next 3-14 is really big for the Wolves. They don't have to come all the way back, but they can't let the lead grow, and they really need to cut into it.
Yeah, they got to begin to chop away at the lead. That's one way to do it. Wilgus Tolson hits that free throw. 22-14, 3:14 to go here before the half. Wilgus Tolson's second shot is good. Benton. Wilgus Tolson in front of him, behind his back. Dishes inside to Isford with a little jump shot, no good. Mayab with the rebound, gets it to Wilgus Tolson. Tolson into Ritchie. Ritchie turns, goes up against Rose, shot no good. Rose with the rebound. Bryce Willis goes in the lane, loses a handle, throws it out, and Mayab comes up with it, but he doesn't have anybody to get it to. Beeler chases it down. Good defensive effort, but it just didn't swing the way of the Wolves that time. Beeler gets it to Isford. Now to Bryce Willis. Now to Isford. Calls for Beeler. Got Beeler top of the key. He's going to go lane, drives in against Sawyer Thompson, goes up. Shot is good for Dustin Beeler. Tolson right in front of the Estill bench. Gets it to Sawyer Thompson, goes up off the backboard and good for Thompson.
Wolves have got it in the lane the last couple times, have been able to score. They've got to keep attacking that lane and not just settle for jumpers.
Benton to Rose, over in the corner to Willis for three, no good. Tip to Ritchie, comes up with it, gets it to Wilgus. Wilgus Tolson now, over in the corner to Sawyer Thompson.
Thompson should have shot that ball.
Yeah. Kicks it over to Mayab. Mayab's going to shoot the three. No good. Wilgus tips it to Ritchie. Ritchie tried to get it to Thompson. Mayab comes up with it. Lydes Tolson going to shoot the three. No good. Ball tipped out again to Lydes Tolson. Over in the corner to Wilgus for three, and it's good. Just the shot in the arm that the Wolves needed. Wilgus Tolson with a big three-point basket.
Well, you know, that was created by 2 second chance opportunities there.
Yep.
Andrew Mayab and Wilgus both got their hands on the ball and kept that possession alive for the Wolves. And they're going to have to find some more of those here. But they've done what they needed to do and cut this to a 4-point lead with 1:10 to go.
Willis working against Mayab, brings it up the court. Inside tip, knocked down by Sawyer Thompson. Thompson gets past Benton. He's going to go in against Beeler up off the backboard. No good. Beeler with the rebound. Beeler dumps it to Benton. Benton for three. Too hard.
And we're going to have a push on Wilgus Tolson here.
Foul on Wilgus Tolson. That's his second.
Neither team in danger of really getting to the bonus here with just 48 seconds remaining.
Right.
Look for Willis to come back in and take a shot here. And we're going to have a push on Elijah Tolson.
Another foul called on Elijah Tolson. 45 seconds. (24-20). Engineers with a 4-point lead. Willis to inbound the ball for the Engineers. Willis goes long, gets it to Rose. Kenny Rose over to Benton. Benton now to Willis. Willis with Mayab in front of him. Dishes to Isford. Isford going to drive.
Illegal screen on Estill there.
Yep.
He did. He wrapped him up. He wrapped Skylar Ritchie up.
Foul on Rose. That is his second. And in for the Engineers is number 20. That is Casey Cheney. And also coming in for the Engineers, number 34, Peyton Riddell. So Coach Hall goes to the bench.
Probably trying to prevent any of those starters from picking up another foul.
Gives Isford and Rose a little break. Wilgus Tolson. 20 seconds before the half. Gets it to Lige Tolson. Now back to Wilgus. Checks the clock. 12 seconds. Gets a screen from Mayab. Drives, kicks inside to Ritchie. Ritchie up off the backboard. No good. Shot was in. I thought it was going in. Came out. Benton going to shoot the three at the buzzer. No good. That'll bring us to the end of the first half. Estill Engineers 24, Wolfe County Wolves 20. We'll be right back after these messages here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cold drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure you try our Chester's Fried Chicken. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
Services, formerly known as Jackson Wholesale Company, is a locally owned and operated convenience store and grocery store supplier with a full line of products. They have ice cream, groceries, meat, dairy, candy, and more. They even have janitorial supplies including Tactical Strike disinfectant. Tactical Strike has been approved by the EPA to kill the virus that causes COVID-19. Give PDQ a call today at 606-666-2495.
Off your Thacker Grigsby or TVS broadband bill through the Affordable Connectivity Program? If you participate in certain federal government-funded programs, yes, you can start your qualification process by going to acpbenefit.org and click on the blue Apply Now button, or call our office at 606-785-9500 or stop by one of our locations in Jackson, Whitesburg, Hazard, or Hindman.
CTC, you're more than just a student.
I'm a daughter. I am a father.
I am employed.
I am a mother.
I am ambitious.
I am a work in progress.
I am an innovator.
I am a HCTC graduate.
Just up the road in Erlanger, Kentucky's own playing card company produces more than 5 billion cards a year. We know because we're Kentucky's insurance company, insuring all sorts of property damage involving your auto and home, but not your house of cards. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, big on commitment.
Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply, located in Jackson, Kentucky, is proud to serve Breathitt and surrounding communities. They are also proud to support the local schools and sports teams. Come in and allow them to help you with all your electric and plumbing supply needs. And now introducing Jackson Septic Supply, selling concrete septic tanks. Give Herbie and the gang a call at 606-666-4052 to see how they can help you.
Are more than capable of providing quality care, and my partner and I will bring that.
We teamed up together as cardiothoracic surgeons to provide the highest standards of care.
We can give people a better quality of life, and the quality of surgery will be as exemplary here as it is anywhere else.
ARH Cardiovascular and Thoracic Associates. Beat that.
David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
You've been waiting on the new Samsung Galaxy S22 device, then the team at Appalachian Wireless has some good news for you. Appalachian Wireless is launching all Samsung S22 models on sale. Every S22 model will be $150 off normal contract pricing, or take $100 off and we'll pay the taxes on the Appalachian Advantage. Visit one of our retail or dealer locations and on the web, because we don't want you to miss this fantastic deal. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Special thanks again to our sponsors, our tournament sponsors, Appalachian Regional Healthcare, First Trust Bank, Law Office of David Johnson, Appalachian Wireless, PDQ Sales and Service, Go Time, YPK Motorsports, Thacker Grigsby Communications, Hazard Community and Technical College, Wolfe County Tourism, Wolfe County Farm Bureau, Whitaker Bank, Banks Auto Sales, Holbrook Implement, Jackson Physical Therapy, Southern Woods Heating and Air, and Jackson Electric. An exciting first half for the Wolves and the Engineers. We got a 4-point game here. Leading scorer, I believe, in that first half was Cade Benton for the Engineers with 10, and Sawyer Thompson for the Wolves with 9. Lucas, what do you feel like Coach Creech is going to be talking about at halftime?
I think the main thing, he just wants to calm everything down. The Wolves have got a lot of quality shots. and not been able to hit them. You know, if they hit most of the shots they normally hit, they're probably up 8 points or so. But you know, Wolfe County went 8 for 24 in that first half. Estill County went 10 for 23. Estill's got a 4-point lead.
Yeah, that's the big story, really.
3-point field goals. Estill's hit 4, Wolfe's hit 2. Neither team's turned the ball over a whole lot. You know, both these clubs, they do a pretty good job of taking care of it. I think the second half's going to come down to who can execute their offense and finish their shots, you know, because like I said, Wolfe's got a lot of good looks, and they haven't been able to finish them yet. But to be down 4, I think Coach Creech is got to be pretty pleased.
He's got to keep he's got to keep Skylar Ritchie thinking positive too. Ritchie's missed a few shots under the basket and had a rough first half, but the young man's pulling down rebounds and doing other jobs under the basket.
Well, and Skylar can score in bunches. You know, when Wilgus starts driving and finding those gaps, he can set Skylar up for a lot of easy buckets, and we've seen him get several dunks. And I look for Wilgus to really assert himself here in this second half and try to get everything going for the Wolves.
Well, you made a good point earlier, too, about Skylar moving his man out and doing the job he needed to do to clear the lane.
Yeah.
And he's got to continue to work. The shots are going to come, and they're going to be there. He's just got to continue to work as the Engineers come back onto the court. We were just talking earlier about wondering how long it would be when the Engineers band behind us released their first album. I'll tell you what, one of the best high school bands in the state at this point. I've not heard one to match them and their intensity in a long time. As we get set to go back about 2 minutes away from the action, and the Wolves come back right onto the court. We'll take another quick commercial break now that our executive producer has made it back. And we'll be back after these messages here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. Thanks again, fans, for tuning in.
At HCTC, you're more than just a student.
I am a daughter.
I am a father.
I am employed.
I am a mother.
I am ambitious.
I am a work in progress.
I am an innovator.
I am a HCTC graduate.
About a minute before the second half of tonight's second game here at the Fairfield Woods Coliseum. Between the Estill Engineers and the Wolfe County Wolves, the Engineers with a 4-point lead. Coach Creech right now over talking to one of the referees, maybe giving him something to keep his eye on in the second half as we go forward. Coach Creech had to rally the troops during halftime, make them realize that, hey guys, you're only down 4 points. We got a whole other half of basketball to play. And they've done a heck of a job. This Estill County offense has really played well in this first half. Beeler is all over the court. Kenny Rose with some big 3-point baskets. Cade Benton, of course, doing his work under the basket from outside the arc and inside. So as we get ready to tip off the second half, as it continues to tick off about 15 down to about 12 seconds now, both coaches have their troops huddled up in front of the bench. And the starters for the Wolves back out onto the court. Thompson, Elijah Tolson, Wilgus Tolson, Mayab, and Skylar Ritchie. And for the Engineers, starting 5 back out for them: Benton, Rose, Isford, Beeler, and Willis. Third quarter kicks off with the Engineers. Ross Willis brings it front court. Working on the right wing against Wilgus Tolson. Tolson, heck of a defense, knocked the ball loose. Isford able to come up with it. I would not want to have to handle the ball and have Wilgus Tolson in front.
Has picked up
He's
the
turned
intensity.
it up. And you said it. You said it earlier.
Isford makes a strong move, though, and is able to score for the Engineers.
Engineers, first 2-point basket, 7:25 to go now. Lige Tolson to Wilgus Tolson. I think he was dumping it off to Ritchie, but Beeler able to come up with it. Beeler up the court to Isford. Over in the corner to Kenny Rose. He hit one earlier from there, in and out.
That went halfway down.
Yeah, that can jump back out. Lead it up to Thompson for the Wolves. He's going to drive, and we're going to get an offensive foul against Sawyer Thompson. I think the elbow that time was what got it for him. Offensive foul on Thompson. That is his first foul. 26-20, Engineers with a 6-point lead. Coach Brian Hall giving orders for the bench for the Engineers. Willis over to Isford. Tries to drive against Wilgus Tolson. I think that's going to be a tough task the rest of the night. Shot no good. Thompson comes down with it up to Wilgus. Wilgus backs it back out, dumps it to Lige Tolson. Open for three. Nothing but net for Elijah Tolson.
And the Engineers got to take notice because, as you know, Rob, it don't take Elijah very long to get hot.
Turn that confidence up with a shot like that. Here he comes. Beeler with it, working against Thompson. Backs in against the basket, turns. Kicks it back out to Willis, top of the key. Willis wants to drive, goes in, puts up the shot off the backboard. No good. Cleared out of there by Mayab. Big rebound by Mayab. Down to Wilgus Tolson now, over in the corner to Thompson. The leading scorer for the Wolves, inside to Ritchie. Ritchie going to back in against Rose. Hook shot is good for Skylar Ritchie.
And, you know, Skylar, that's his first bucket. You know, seeing it go through that hoop, that takes a little bit of those nerves off.
And Coach Creech steps up in front of the scorer's table with a hand clap. That's what he wanted to see coming out from halftime. Rose spins against Ritchie, no good. Tipped again. Thompson comes up with it. Wilgus Tolson over to Lige Tolson with another three. No good off the front of the rim. Rebound Skylar Ritchie. Wilgus Tolson inside to Thompson, up and under, no good. Beeler clears out the rebound, gets it up to Willis, back to Beeler, top of the key for three, no good. Ritchie with another rebound. Skylar earning his keep on the rebounding tonight. He's really been a man on the boards. Thompson with Isford in front of him. Thompson going to drive, goes in the lane, dishes to Tolson, knock loose. Ritchie comes up with it, knock loose again. Who's going to get it? Wilgus Tolson comes up with it.
If it's a loose ball and Wilgus is around it, it's going to be a block.
Wilgus goes in hard, and the foul goes against Rose.
I think he was under the rim.
Engineer fans not happy about that one, but I tell you what, I think you're right. Wilgus went in, and Rose was right under the rim.
If he's left his feet before you establish position, he's entitled to come on through.
Wilgus Tolson will go to the free throw line with 4:45 to go in the third. 26-25, Engineers with a 1-point lead. Wilgus to tie things up. Shot is perfect. 26-26. Kenny Rose will go out. And Casey Chaney will come in for the Engineers. Second shot by Tolson is good, and that puts the Wolves up by one, 27-26.
Coach Creech is going to go to his 1-3-1 here after that made free throw.
Cheney to Benton, now to Willis.
Estill really tried to work these corners against this 1-3-1 in the first half. Was able to get a couple good looks from three.
Isford cross court to Willis. Now top of the key to Cheney. Cheney inside to Isford. Back to Cheney. Cheney now to Willis. To Benton. Benton over to Beeler in the corner.
Benton going to take a deep three.
Shoots the three, and it's good. You got to have confidence to hit that shot.
That's about 3 or 4 feet behind the line.
Yeah.
That was a deep three.
Big three-pointer by Cade Benton, 29-27. Engineers with the lead. Sawyer Thompson, little jump shot from the lane is good, courtesy of the assist to Wilgus Tolson. Cheney. Over to Willis. Isford back to Cheney. Cheney dishes now over in the corner to Benton. Benton shot no good. Gets his own rebound, drives, goes up, and we got a foul. And that is on Wilgus Tolson. That's his third. Casey Cheney to inbound the ball for the Engineers. Cheney gets it to Isford. Top of the key to Willis. Going to shoot the three. No good. Sawyer Thompson with the rebound. Thompson up the left wing. Over in the corner to Wilgus Tolson. He's going to go. Kicks it out to Lodge. Over in the corner to Mayab. Mayab drives. Dishes back out to Wilgus Tolson. Kick to Lodge. Tolson for three. No good. In and out.
Sawyer Thompson with a steal, though.
Thompson took it away from Beeler, who got the rebound. Wilgus Tolson now top of the key. 2:52 to go in the third. Sawyer Thompson for three. He's open, and it's nothing but net for Sawyer Thompson. Wolves needed that. 32-29. Benton.
Wolves
Over to Cheney.
switched to a 2-3 now.
Back to Benton. Over in the corner to Willis. Now back to Benton. Wolves with a 3-point lead. Cheney back to Benton. Calls for Isford. Now back to Cheney. Back to Isford. Now to Willis. Back to Casey Cheney.
Engineers are going to try to get this ball to Isford and make Ritchie have to step up on that free throw line area. Coach Hall didn't like what his team was doing there and is going to call a timeout.
Coach Hall calls the timeout, and we'll take that one with him. We'll be back after these messages here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Sales and Services, formerly known as Jackson Wholesale Company, is a locally owned and operated convenience store and grocery store supplier with a full line of products. They have ice cream, groceries, meat, dairy, candy, and more. They even have janitorial supplies, including Tactical Strike disinfectant. Tactical Strike has been approved by the EPA to kill the virus that causes COVID-19. Give PDQ a call today at 606-666-2495.
Is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cold drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure you try our Chester's Fried Chicken. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
Again to our tournament sponsors, Appalachian Regional Healthcare, First Trust Bank, Law Offices of David Johnson, Appalachian Wireless, PDQ Sales and Service, Go Time, YPK Motorsports, Thacker Grigsby Communications, Hazard Community and Technical College, Wolfe County Tourism, Wolfe County Farm Bureau, Whitaker Bank, Banks Auto Sales, Holbrook Implement, Jackson Physical Therapy, Southern Woods Heating and Air, and Jackson Electrics. Thanks again to all of our sponsors for making tonight's action possible. Cheney to Beeler. Now back to Cheney. Over to Willis. Back to Cheney. He'll shoot the three. No good. Off the back of the rim. Cleared out of there by Mayab. Knocked loose by Isford. Isford up inside. Shot no good. And we got an offensive foul against Isford. Wilgus Tolson stood in there and took that one.
Not much complaints from Coach Hall there. He's seen that happening, seen that developing.
Kenny Rose fixing to check back in for the Engineers on the next opportunity. Wilgus Tolson across midcourt for the Wolves. Inside to Thompson. Thompson drives, kicks back to Lige Tolson for the three. It's good.
Great job there, getting the ball in the middle of the zone, making it collapse, and then finding an open shooter.
With another three, pass intended for Isford into Beeler, up off the backboard, no good. Sawyer Thompson clears it out. Tolson went after the ball a minute ago and took a shot on the wall over there. He's with it right now under the basket. Kick back to Mayab. Mayab in the corner. Now back to Mayab.
I look for the Wolves to try to hold this here. And we're going to turn it over.
Oh, that's going to be on Mayab. They're going to call that intentional. 41 seconds, 29-35. So Casey Chaney will go to the line for 2 shots with the intentional foul against Mayab.
This is a big moment in the game here. You know, Estill down 6. Would have had a chance to hit 2 free throws and have the ball.
Missed the first one. And he got the second one. Cuts it to 5. 35-30. Wolves with the lead.
Coach Reed's going to take Wilgus out to protect him from getting that 4th foul.
I really don't think that was. I think that was a game foul. I don't think Mayab tried to clothesline him. It was just they were there.
It looked a lot worse than it was. He
did.
was reaching to try to make a play on the ball, and he pulled him down. I mean, I understand why the ref called it, but you know, it wasn't like a malicious type of play at all.
That's not Mayab's game.
No.
Benton to Chaney, now to Beeler, dumps it inside to Isford. Now back to Chaney, over to Benton.
Wolves have to get a handout on Benton. He's already hit one deep 3, and he's going to shoot another one.
Shot is good, nothing but net. For Cade Benton, another 3. 14 seconds. Thompson in the backcourt, gets it to Mayab. 9 seconds. Loses the ball. Benton comes up with it. Benton driving, steps back, kicks it to Rose with 1 second for 3. And Kenny Rose hits the 3 at the buzzer. That'll bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter, and the Engineers have come roaring back. 36-35 with a 1-point lead. We'll take a quick break and be back here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Just up the road in Erlanger, Kentucky's own playing card company produces more than 5 billion cards a year. We know because we're Kentucky's insurance company, insuring all sorts of property damage involving your auto and home, but not your house of cards. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, big on commitment.
Sales and Services, formerly known as Jackson Wholesale Company, is a locally owned and operated convenience store and grocery store supplier with a full line of products. They have ice cream, groceries, meat, dairy, candy, and more. They even have janitorial supplies, including Tactical Strike disinfectant. Tactical Strike has been approved by the EPA to kill the virus that causes COVID-19. Give PDQ a call today at 606-666-2495.
8 minutes of regulation on the clock for the 4th quarter here in the Coliseum in Jackson, where the Engineers in the last minute came back from a 5-point deficit to take a 1-point lead to start the 4th quarter, 36-35. Thanks again to Appalachian Regional Healthcare. More health, more care, more for Appalachia. First Trust Bank, great people, great banking and financial services. Locations in Hazard, London, and Richmond. Max Mitchell, president. Elijah Tolson inbounds to Wilgus Tolson. Dishes back to Elijah Tolson, now back to Wilgus. Over to Mayab. Mayab back to Wilgus, top of the key, inside to Thompson. Thompson spins, goes up, nice little hook shot, no good. Rose with the rebound. Benton over to Chaney. Now back to Benton. Now back to Chaney, top of the key. Over to Beeler on the right wing. Chaney over to Benton. Now back to Chaney. Beeler dumps it inside to Rose. Tip pass to Isford. Isford drives, goes in, off the backboard, and good for Isford. Skylar Ritchie goes
nice
to the
pass
rim.
by Wilgus Tolson.
Assist Tolson.
That kind of stymies Estill's run. Estill had went on a 9-0 run.
Benton's three off the mark.
A big block by Skylar Ritchie there.
Big block. Wilgus Tolson up the court for the Wolves. In the lane, spins, dumps it to Ritchie. Loses the handle, and
we're going to have a foul, I think. Oh, no, jump ball.
Jump ball.
I thought Cheney had him right by the arm.
I did too. I thought, yeah, that's what I thought. That could have went either way. I don't know. I thought Cheney had more of him than he did the ball.
It's all right, though. Play
Cheney.
on.
Over to Beeler, 38-37 now. 1 point lead for the Engineers. Cheney. Give to Benton. Benton. Dish to Beeler. Now back to Cheney. Now to Benton. Benton loses the ball. Mayab comes up with it. Drives. Dishes to Wilgus Tolson under the basket. No good. And Beeler going to be called for the foul.
The Wolves jumped that handoff down here, and the Engineers struggled to handle it and lost control. And Levi Mayab done a good job getting out into transition and finding Wilgus, giving him an opportunity to go to the line here.
6:19 to go in the fourth. Tolson can tie it with one free throw, and he does. Wilgus will go to the line for the second shot. 38-38. Second shot is off. Looked like it was rolling in and came off. Tie ball game. Cheney with it now to Isford to Benton for the Engineers. Now back to Cheney, top of the key. Caleb Cheney with some important minutes for this Engineer.
Played really
ball club.
well off the bench in
Sure
a pressure
has.
situation.
To Benton. Benton with Lige Tolson all over him. Tolson knocks it loose and goes out of bounds. Heads up defensive play by Lige that time. Out of bounds to the Engineers. Benton gets it to Rose. Rose to Cheney.
Coach Hall's calling out his offense here.
Cheney with Mayab in front of him. Rose, he shot one from over there earlier. Now back to Cheney. Benton, top of the key, working against Lige Tolson. Dishes back to Rose for three. No good, too hard. Ritchie went up for the rebound, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds. And they say it's all Skylar, and it'll go back to the Engineers. Cheney to inbound it. Lob to Benton. Now to Beeler.
Oh!
Pass
Nope.
knocked down. Lige Tolson to Thompson. Thompson over to Mayab. Wolves with a takeaway that time. Turnover Engineers. Mayab working against Cheney. Gets it to Tolson. Tolson drives. Dishes to Thompson under the basket.
Coach Creech wanted a foul there.
Well, there was three Wolves going up. Or three Engineers going up with only one Wolf shooting. I thought there'd be a foul. Referee says ball's out of bounds. Wilgus Tolson to inbound it. Yeah, I thought for sure we'd get a foul right there on the Wolves, or on the Engineers. Shot short, and Beeler cleans it off for the Engineers. Over in the corner. Now back to Benton on the left wing. Calls for Cheney to come top of the key. Pass inside to Rose. Rose from the elbow gives to Benton. Benton works inside against Ritchie. Goes up off the backboard and good. No call. 4:33 to go. Wilgus Tolson. Ball knocked out of bounds by Benton. (40-38), 2-point game. 4:29 to go here in the fourth. Thompson working against Rose. Drives, spins, goes up with the fake. Shot no good, short. Another rebound for Dustin Beeler. Beeler gets it up to Isford. Isford to Cheney. Cheney looks to Coach Hall. Cheney and Mayeb. Good pair to watch on this court. Beeler to Isford for three. No good. Rebound to Benton. Goes back up off the backboard and good. Cade Benton. Wilgus Tosin in the lane. Loses the handle. And we got a timeout called. The full timeout will stay here. Special thanks again, law offices of David Johnson, Eastern Kentucky attorneys representing Eastern Kentucky. Call the car wreck professionals, locations in Hazard and Jackson. Appalachian Wireless, serving Eastern Kentucky. Better service, bigger savings. Get the best phones on the Appalachian Advantage plan. PDQ Sales and Service, formerly Jackson Wholesale, serving the wholesale needs of Eastern Kentucky. Go Time, refresh, refill, and refuel at Go Time with 6 great locations for your convenience. YPK Motorsports with 3 locations in Eastern Kentucky, Jackson, Hazard, and Paintsville. Visit ypkmotorsports.com for your next ride. Thacker Grigsby Communications, the best TV and internet in the 14th region. Thacker Grigsby and TVS Cable are committed to the mountains. And special thanks to Hazard Community and Technical College. HCTC offers educational programs that work for you. With campuses in Hazard and Jackson, never underestimate you. Wolfe County Tourism. Wolfe County is naturally gorgeous. Wolfe County Farm Bureau. Whitaker Bank of Campton, supporting the Wolves in all of Wolfe County. Banks Auto Sales, serving Wolfe County for over 25 years. Holbrook Equipment. Go by and see Ted and Todd and the people at Holbrook Implement for your next tractor. Jackson Physical Therapy and Colby Watts will get you back into the action. Wilgus Tosin to get it inbounds for the Wolves. Tosses it up to Mayab. Mayab with it, brings it out to Thompson. Thompson back to Mayab. Mayab drives in the lane, goes up. Little floater. Oh, it rolls off all over the rim and out for Mayab. Beeler. Mayab going to get called for the foul. Is that his fourth?
I
think it is.
Sure, yes.
Mayab's fourth foul. 42-38. Engineers with a 4-point lead. 3:36 to go. Benton to inbound it. Gets it to Cheney. Mayab guarding him. Andrew in the game now for Levi.
Walk, he did.
He walked. Casey Cheney called for the walk. Special thanks to Southern Woods Heating and Air for all your heating and cooling needs. Jackson Electric, stop by and see Scott for all your electrical, plumbing, and heating needs. Thanks again to all of our sponsors bringing you the action here from the 14th Region Tournament. Wolves, Wilgus Tosin with the ball. To Sawyer Thompson. Cross midcourt now. Double teamed by Cheney and Isford. Over to Tosin, going to shoot the three. Wilgus in and out, no good, off the rim. Kenny Rose with the rebound, gets it to Benton. Benton on the left wing, right in front of the Estill bench. Ball is in the air.
I think he was standing on the end
going
line.
to be, standing on the line when he threw the ball back in, and that'll be a turnover, Engineers. Wolves, let's see if the Wolves can capitalize. They really need to here with 3 minutes to go. Down 4. Ball in Wilgus Tosin's hands, dishes to Mayab. Mayab drives the lane, comes back out. We'll drive again, kick inside to Richie. Richie up off the backboard and good.
Nice job there by Andrew Mayab to dive to the middle of that defense and find Skylar Richie.
42-40, Engineers with a 2-point lead. Big play by Skylar. Cheney over to Benton, and Elijah Tosin going to be called for that one. That'll be 2 on Elijah Tosin. 2:35 to go, 2-point game, 42-40.
Coach Hall's going to call a timeout here. Big possession. He wants to try to set up a good play.
We'll keep it here once again in the fourth quarter with this action. Thanks again to our tournament sponsors, Appalachian Regional Healthcare, First Trust Bank, Law Office of David Johnson, Appalachian Wireless, PDQ Sales and Service, Go Time and Steak and Shake, YPK Motorsports, Thacker Grigsby Communications, Hazard Community and Technical College, Wolfe County Tourism, Wolfe County Farm Bureau, Whitaker Bank, Banks Auto Sales, Holbrook Equipment, Jackson Physical Therapy, Southern Woods Heating and Air, and Jackson Electric. Speaking of electric, Pep section's on their feet. 2-point ball game with 2:35 to go. The Coliseum is the place to be right now for 14th Region tournament action.
I look for Isford to come through and then Benton to come through, maybe a double screen down here.
Kenny Rose with it, under the basket to Beeler. Beeler up off the backboard and good. Dustin Beeler.
Good set play there by
Tolson inside the Mayab. Shot no good. Lodge Tolson comes up with it off the backboard and good. Nice job by Lodge that time to clean that one up.
Loose ball.
Loose ball. Cheney gets it to Isford. Cross court to Benton. Benton going to go lane up against Ritchie. Ritchie blocks it. Ball is loose.
We're going to have a foul, I think, on Isford.
Wow.
Big block there by Skylar Ritchie.
Making it known that he's under the basket. Thompson to Tolson. Back to Sawyer Thompson. Back to Wilgus Tolson. Little pressure defense from the Engineers. Sawyer Thompson. Inside, knocked loose by Kenny Rose. Rose gets it to Beeler. 1:45 to go. Cheney up the court against Mayab. And
reach
we got
on Mayab, I think.
Yeah. Folks, we also want to remind you that during the broadcast, you can send stars or points to BSN if you want to help support Bluegrass Sports Nation. It's a minimal cost. You can start out at about 99 cents, I believe, on that. We appreciate you guys.
A good hand from the Estill County crowd.
Yep.
The young man done a really good job.
Well, he deserves it. Like we talked about, he came off the bench and he had some important minutes. Benton back out to Beeler. I thought they might call the push off, but they didn't. Lodge did a good job of selling it.
Loose ball, and Sawyer Thompson gets the steal.
Mayab and Thompson knock it down. Lodge Tolson in the corner to Andrew Mayab for three, no good. But who else but Wilgus Tolson keeps it alive, and Beeler comes up with it. Beeler to Isford. Isford goes in against Ritchie. The layup is good. 1:12 to go. Lodge Tolson back up the court for the Wolves. Under the basket, dishes to Elijah Tolson. The three-pointer is good.
Both County. It's a really good job there by the Wolves. You know, they got down 4 and they didn't panic. Wilgus pushed it up the floor and was able to find an open three for Elijah.
Wilgus does so good at drawing the defense into him under the basket. And his vision is great, we know that, and he can always find that open guy. That time it was his brother Elijah, and Elijah comes through with a big three-point basket. 1 minute and 4 seconds to go in regulation. Engineers with a 1-point lead. The Wolves have done a great job at coming back. The Engineers have tried to stretch it out to 4 or 5 points, but the Wolves have had an answer. 46-45.
I look for Coach Creech to be really aggressive on his full court defense. They just got 16 fouls, so it'll be a 1-and-1 if they do foul, and they'll be trying to gamble for some steals. Estill County, I don't think they're going to try to hold it for a minute 4. I think they'll be patient, but I think they will take a good look if they get it.
Thanks again, folks, for tuning us in on Bluegrass Sports Nation and making us your choice for 14th Region tournament action. We appreciate you guys watching from home.
Coach Creech has Skylar Ritchie in the back of this press, which is always a nice thing to have if you're Coach Creech.
Willis back in the game, pushes it up the court for the Engineers, gets it to Kenny Rose, and that's going to be on Elijah Tolson. He had Rose hooked. Under a minute now, 57 seconds. That's 3 on Elijah.
This is a 1-and-1.
Yep.
Wolves have to box out.
Rose at the line. First shot, no good.
Goes off.
Off the side of the rim. Wilgus Tolson gets it to Sawyer Thompson. Now back to Wilgus. 48 seconds to go. Engineers with a 1-point lead. Tolson to Ritchie. Now back to Wilgus. Wilgus going to drive. Dishes inside to Skylar. Loses it. Mayab comes up with it.
I look for Coach Creech to call a timeout here, maybe. He might be saving it.
Lodge Tolson to inbound the ball. Gets it to Sawyer Thompson. 30 seconds. Isford going after the ball. Thompson dishes to Wilgus. 25 seconds. Wilgus drives, dishes to Lodge Tolson. Lodge back to Wilgus. Wilgus step back three-pointer is good. Nothing but net for Wilgus Tolson. 12 seconds, 48-46. Cade Benton throws it up, no good. Beeler saves it.
Elijah Tolson gets a steal and be fouled.
Yes. Lodge Tolson going to be teed up. I seen it. 4 seconds to go, and Lodge Tolson gets teed up with a celebration. He made the steal, saved the ball. When Beeler threw it back in, Lodge came up with it. And Lodge with just a little bit too much excitement for the referee. 46-48, 4 seconds to go in regulation.
They'll still shoot. I think Elijah will go and shoot the 1-and-1.
And then they'll shoot the
technical. The 2.
Wolves arm in arm in front of the bench talking it over. Robert Scott Creech talking to the referee. I don't know, I'm kind of speechless over that call. I was surprised. So Cade Benton to shoot the 2 fouls, the 2 technical foul shots. He hits the first. That makes it 47-48. Benton steps to the line. Nobody in the lane. Pressure is on, but he nails it.
Now Elijah. Well, now they're saying Elijah. No, because Estill didn't have 17 fouls.
Oh, I got you. Makes sense.
So it's not a 1-and-1.
4 seconds to go. 48-48. 4 seconds left in regulation. We didn't expect anything less between these 2 ball clubs. Thanks again to all of our sponsors, our full tournament sponsors, Appalachian Regional Healthcare, First Trust Bank, law offices of David Johnson, Appalachian Wireless, PDQ Sales and Service, Go Time, YPK Motorsports, Thacker Grigsby Communications, Hazard Community and Technical College, Wolfe County Tourism, Wolfe County Farm Bureau, Whitaker Bank, Banks Auto Sales, Holbrook Equipment, Jackson Physical Therapy, Southern Woods Heating and Air, and Jackson Electric.
Look for Benton to get this ball coming back
in. Benton to inbound it. 4 seconds to go for the Engineers. Tie ball game. Benton to Isford. 3 seconds. Puts up a jump shot. No good. Tolson throws. Shot no good at the buzzer, and we've got overtime from the Coliseum with the Wolfe County Wolves and the Estill Engineers. 48-48. Brings us to the end of regulation. And we'll put another 4 minutes on the clock to try and decide this one between the Engineers and the Wolves. Special thanks again to you fans for tuning in and making us your choice at home for 14th Region action. And thanks and kudos to the Breathitt administration and staff for putting on a great first night of basketball here in the Coliseum. Big thanks to all the administration, the Board of Education, the staff, the Extension Office for helping with the hospitality room, the City Police, the Sheriff's Department, Fire Department. It's a community, takes a community to pull this one off. Coach Creech's Wolves break the huddle in front of the bench. Coach Hall, last minute instruction to his troops and the Engineers out onto the floor.
Well, Rob, night one of the 14th Region tournament is not disappointing.
No. If anybody wants to watch some good basketball, they need to be watching the 14th Region right now. Here we are once again for tip-off as we start the 4-minute overtime period between the Engineers and the Wolves. Kenny Rose and Skylar Ritchie to tip this one off and try to decide it here in the last 4 minutes. Tip, Ritchie goes to Tolson. Tolson drives, dishes to Lige Tolson. Lige, now to Wilgus Tolson. Wilgus calling the offense. Gonna drive, kick to Lige in the corner for three. Hard off the back of the rim. Cade Benton with the rebound. Up to Willis. Willis to Isford. Now back to Bryce Willis. Give to Isford. Now to Beeler. Back to Willis. Willis hands it off to Isford. Now back to Beeler.
Engineers are going to want to try to get this ball, like get ready to say, to Isford and then work out.
Kicks it to Beeler for three. Dustin Beeler with a big three-point basket. Thompson drives, kicks to Lige Tolson. Passes back to Thompson. Drives inside the lane, kick to Tolson. Lige from the corner, no good. Beeler with another rebound. And we got a foul.
We got the man Mayab.
Yep.
It'll be a 1-and-1.
5 fouls for the Engineers, 8 or 9 for the Wolves. 2:50 to go here in overtime. Dustin Beeler steps to the free throw line. Beeler puts the dribble down for the first shot. It's up. No good. Off the back of the iron.
Wolves are going to have numbers here.
Yep. Tolson going to drive. Goes in the lane. And we got a foul. And it'll go against.
Wolves still ain't in the bonus. 2 minutes into overtime. That's the Engineers' 6th foul.
Called that one on Beeler.
That was a shooting foul, though, so he will get 2 shots.
So Wilgus steps to the line. First shot is no good. .242 to go in overtime. Second shot for Wilgus is good. 51-49. Willis looks to Coach Hall. Dishes to Beeler. Beeler wanted to feed Benton. He does. Benton with a floater. It's good. Nice jump shot by Cade Benton. Wilgus to Mayab. No good. Thompson goes for the rebound, but it goes out of bounds. It'll be Engineers basketball.
Wolves are going to have to pick up full court here a little bit. Down 4 with 2 minutes to go.
Need a turnover. Make something happen for the Wolves. Mayab working against Beeler. Trying to tie it up, him and Thompson. They get it to Rose. Rose backs it out. Dish to Willis. 1:58. Now back to Beeler. Beeler in the corner to Willis. Willis drives back, and they're going to get Sawyer Thompson for the foul. 1:51 to go here in overtime. That'll be 2 fouls on Sawyer Thompson. Willis's first free throw is good. Second free throw for Willis. In and out, no good. Ritchie with the rebound. Gets it to Tolson. Tolson up the court to Thompson. Thompson now to Lige Tolson. Lige going to shoot a long 3, no good. Handled by Wilgus Tolson. He shoots the 3, and it's good for Wilgus Tolson. 54-52. Engineers with a 2-point lead. Cade Benton drives, dishes inside to Kenny Rose, and it's good. Lige Tolson from the corner for 3, no good. Rebound down to Benton. And they'll get Lige Tolson for the foul. 1:10 to go, 56-52. Engineers with a 4-point lead.
I think that's 5 on Elijah.
Yep. Elijah Tolson will sit with 5 fouls here in overtime. Hard-fought game for Elijah Tolson. Not much that young man can't do on this court. Cade Benton will go to the line. Dalton Voles comes in for the Wolves. Benton at the free throw line.
He'll have 2 now.
Shot is good. Still a lot of time for the Wolves. 57-52. Benton can stretch it to 6 if he hits this one. And he does. 1:10. Thompson working against the press. Gets it to Ritchie. Ritchie dumps it off to Wilgus Tolson. Wilgus drives, goes up and under. Shot is good for Wilgus Tolson. Benton now to Willis. Over to Isford. Isford to Benton.
The Wolves have to foul. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they need to. Wilgus tries to take it away, but he'll be called for the foul. 46.4 seconds left in overtime. (58-54). Engineers with a 4-point lead. Cade Benton steps to the line one more time tonight. Shot is up, and it's good. 59-54. We still have 46 seconds left. Second shot by Benton is good. 60-54. We have a timeout by Estill County. And the Estill Engineer Band kicks things off behind us again. Thanks to our sponsors, Appalachian Regional Healthcare, First Trust Bank, Law Offices of David Johnson, Appalachian Wireless, PDQ Sales and Service, Go Time and Steak and Shake, YPK Motorsports, Thacker Grigsby Communications, Hazard Community and Technical College, Wolfe County Tourism, Wolfe County Farm Bureau Federation, Whitaker Bank, Banks Auto Sales, Holbrook Equipment, Jackson Physical Therapy, Southern Woods Heating and Air, and Jackson Electric. Special thanks to all those sponsors for bringing you guys the action here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. 60-54. What do you expect out of this timeout, Lucas?
Well, Coach Creech has got to try to get up the floor and get an open three as quick as possible to try to cut it back to a one-possession lead, and then he'll be able to get into his press. But he's just got to try to extend this game as much as possible and let it play out.
Sawyer Thompson to inbound the ball for the Wolves. He gets it to Wilgus Tosin. 45 seconds to go to work. Wilgus drives, and he's going to be fouled.
That was a not an intentional as far as intentional foul, but that was a foul that Brian Hall wanted to have happen. No three look.
Right.
And put him on the line. And
foul will be on Bryce Willis. That's his first of the night. Wilgus Tosin back to the line. It's good. Wilgus toes the line for the second shot. It's up and it's good. 42 seconds, 60-56.
The Wolves can't play defense much.
No,
They've got to try to foul.
There we go. Mayab fouls Beeler.
They've done a good job of fouling someone other than Benton. He's made, I think, his last 6 free throws. So I'm going to try to
you don't want to put Benton on the line. Dustin Beeler. First shot. In and out. Second shot for Beeler. Drops in. 61-56, 5-point game, 35 seconds. Sawyer Thompson drives, shoots the three. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound Beeler. Beeler up the court, and we're going to get a quick foul. Again on Mayab. And that'll be 5 on Mayab. .8 seconds. Dustin Beeler back at the free throw line.
Number 22, Max Wisman, will check into the game for Mayab here after the minute has elapsed.
Beeler's first shot is good. .56, 26.8 seconds. Second shot for Beeler, no good, off the front of the rim. Here comes Wilgus Tosin. Cross midcourt, steps back, three. High arching three off the backboard is good for Wilgus Tosin.
The Wolves cut it to a one-possession game with 20 seconds to go. You know, they're hanging around.
Plenty of time.
They've got to try to find a steal or find somebody that'll miss on that free throw line a couple times.
Plenty of time to work. 20 seconds, three-point game. Engineers with the lead. As you said it, the Wolves right now got to foul somebody that can't hit the shots or try and come up with a loose ball. Number 42, Ethan Wilson, just went to the scorer's table for the Wolves.
No, that's Jaden Molins.
Oh, it's got a different.
Yeah, they've changed.
What's the name?
Jaden Molins.
Jaden Molins, all right. Got you.
8th grader for the Wolves. Very athletic kid.
I'm glad you're sitting here because KHSAA ain't right. Coach Creech. giving out instructions in the middle of the huddle. Wolves set to go back to the action. 20 seconds left on the clock.
Thing you got to watch right here is someone breaking long.
Yep.
They've got Skylar Ritchie guarding the inbound. That makes it a lot harder to throw that long pass.
Yeah, Beeler's got a good arm. 62-59. Gets it into Benton. Benton to Beeler.
Hey, Wolf's got to foul.
15
they got to
seconds.
extend the game.
11 seconds.
Now off Estill, I think.
Wilgus Tolson comes up with it. Cross midcourt, 5 seconds, puts up the three. And it's good for Wilgus Tolson. Wow, ties the ball game up with 0.5 seconds on the clock. 62-62. We got a timeout. Estill County. I think they're going to put some clock, maybe put some time back on the clock.
I don't think they'll put much up there.
I don't think they will either, but that's what they're talking about. Folks, it doesn't get much better than this. 14th Region basketball action brought to you by Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Well, you know, the kid has hit big shot after big shot in his career, and he loves playing in this gym. And, you know, that loose ball there, when it got in his hands, I knew he was going to shoot it.
Yeah.
Because, you know, Wilgus wants that type of moment. That's how the
He's
player
that type
is.
player.
And he's always played in those type of moments, and hits a big shot for the Wolves.
Referee's still talking at midcourt. I don't see any time going on the clock. We'll leave it. Let's see what the discussion is at the scorers table. No time going on the clock, doesn't look like.
5/10 of a second. You can catch it and shoot it.
Yep. It's going to be hard.
I think Benton or Isford one will try to catch it at about half court for a heave.
So Tolson gives even more life to the Wolves. Engineers to inbound it. A heave. Oh, off the front of the rim for Bryce Willis. The shot almost falls. Yeah, he was 15 foot behind the midcourt line. And we'll go to overtime 2.
How about 5 more minutes? Or 4 more minutes, Rob?
Here from the Coliseum in Jackson, Kentucky, where you're watching 14th Region basketball action at its finest. 62-all between the Engineers and the Wolves.
Rob, there were several people that walked out, and they're walking to their car right now thinking this one's over. They're going to be in for a real shock.
A rude awakening when they, yeah. Honey, turn the radio on. Let's see what the score was. Yeah. Well, folks, thanks again to all of our sponsors. Thanks to you guys for tuning in. Thanks to Brendan Miller for helping us make all this possible. We appreciate you guys watching. You are getting some of the best basketball in the state here tonight between the Wolves and the Engineers. 62-all. And we will go to another tip-off for second overtime here in the Pharisee O. Woods Coliseum in Jackson, Kentucky. Skylar Ritchie and Kenny Rose to tip it off again.
One thing you've got to watch, you know, for the Wolves, they've got an 8th grader out there and another sub.
Yeah.
And
Isford almost hits the deck, finds the basket. I don't know how he pulled that one off.
Going to be a blocking foul on, I think, Willis.
Yep. Tolson goes down, the foul on Bryce Willis right in front of the Wolves bench.
Well, It might have been on Benton. They've got number
They've
two
got
up
two
there.
up there, so they've charged that one to Benton. That's his second. .349. 11 seconds ticked off the clock here in the second overtime. Wilgus Tolson steps to the free throw line. Shot in and out, tipped. Kenny Rose comes down with it. Isford brings it up the court.
Wolves will have to match up here.
It's Brian Hall yelling out instructions. Willis over to Benton. Now back to Willis. Back to Benton. Benton looking to go lane. He does. He goes up. Blocked by Skylar Ritchie.
And it hits Benton in the back and it's out of bounds off him.
Out of bounds off Benton. Great defensive play by Skylar Ritchie. Wilgus Tolson to Sawyer Thompson.
The Engineers are putting a lot of pressure on the Wolves young guys. Max Westman going to put a three up from the corner. No good. Wilgus Tolson there for a big rebound.
Tolson. Another three. No good. Cleared out of there by Beeler. Beeler slows things up for the Engineers. Brings it across midcourt. Over to Willis. Willis now back to Benton. Benton puts up the little one-handed floater from the free throw line, and it's good. Sawyer Thompson drives, puts up the jump shot, and it's good. Back and forth. Sawyer Thompson with a big bucket.
What you're seeing right now, too, is some of these kids have been out here the whole game.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're starting to show their legs are getting a little tired.
A little bit tired. Willis goes in. Wow.
Over Ritchie for the bucket.
A high shot goes in for Willis. 68-64. Tolson gets past Beeler in the lane. Goes up. No good. Rose handles it, but Willis loses the handle. Over to Thompson. Thompson pushing it. Drives, puts up a floater, no good, gets his own rebound. Back up off the backboard, no good, tipped. Wistman comes up with it. Tolson inside to Ritchie, and Ritchie scores. .68-66, 1:26 to go. Benton over on the left wing.
Wolves have got to extend the pressure out a little bit.
Balls.
And really got to watch Cade Benton. He's going to want to shoot this ball or hang on to it.
Yeah, he's a Wilgus Tolson type player. He wants the ball in his hands. Same as Isford. Isford with Thompson on him. Now to Kenny Rose. Back to Isford. Back to Benton. 55 seconds. Wistman all over Benton. Isford going to be fouled by Thompson. Willis, my bad. .68-66, 47.6 seconds left on the clock here in the double overtime. Willis. First shot is no good. That young man has to be showing a little tiredness right now. Second shot by Willis is good. Tolson. Working against Isford. Over to Thompson for a long three. And it's good for Sawyer Thompson. 26 seconds, Benton with it. The crowd comes to their feet. 69-69, Benton looks to hold it for the last shot for the Engineers. 15 seconds. Benton looks to drive. 3 seconds. Dish to Willis, puts up a floater, in and out, no good. I think we were off there anyway.
Are we back yet? All right. Folks, we're going to go to a third overtime to decide this one, 69-69. You know, I think in every fourth, in the end of the fourth, end of the first, end of the second, Estill had a 4-point lead or more under a minute, and Wolfe has found a way to come back 3 different times.
Like you said earlier, just a few minutes ago, the Wolves done it this time with 2 of their starters on the bench.
Yeah.
Quisman and Voles both come in for the Wolves, and the Wolves able to keep it and tie it up as we go into the third overtime. Not much you can say, but here we are again for another 4 minutes. Like you said, the people that left early got to be kicking themselves right now.
Well, they had enough time in that second overtime
That's
to get
true.
back in here.
That's true. Tip off again between Ritchie and Rose. It was tipped. Tolson tipped it, and it went back to Beeler. Benton going to shoot a long 3, and it's good for Cade Benton.
That's a big shot way downtown.
This kid bound to have 30 points tonight. Voles with it over in the corner, brings it back out. Calls for Thompson. Thompson's got it. Rose working inside against Ritchie. Thompson going to drive. Dishes to Ritchie up off the backboard and good for Skylar Ritchie.
Nice job there by Sawyer Thompson to draw the defense and find Skylar Ritchie. If for some crazy reason someone's just now tuning in, it's 72-71 in the third overtime.
Isford going to drive, goes in against Ritchie, and a wild shot as he goes out of bounds. Foul on Ritchie. I don't know about that one.
It's he didn't get hit near as hard as he acted, I'll say that.
3:13 to go. (72-71). Engineers stretch it way out now to a 2-point lead in the third overtime. These two ball clubs have not disappointed. Isford's second shot, no good. Wilgus Tolson looks to Coach Creech. Robert Scott yelling instruction. Over in the corner to Sawyer Thompson for 3. Off the rim, no good. Tipped. Wisman comes up with it, knocked down by Benton, but Wilgus Tolson gets it back to Wisman. Tolson over to Voles.
Good job there by the young 8th grader Max Wisman
Really
to
good
keep
job.
that ball alive, keep his composure.
Impressive play by the Wolves. Thompson. Thompson under the basket and good assist to Wilgus. 73-73. 2:30 to go in the third overtime. Rose with it inside at the elbow. Dish to Benton for 3. No good. Wilgus Tolson clears it out. Behind the back pass to Thompson from the corner for 3. And it's good. Sawyer Thompson with a huge 3. And we got a timeout.
And now the Engineers are the team that has to find a way to battle back. You know, this has been the situation they were in to end the fourth, end the first overtime, second overtime. Now, you know, the pressure's on them to hit that big shot. Obviously, they're going to try to go to Cade Benton, I think. But a big-time play there by Wilgus Tosin to find Sawyer Thompson in that corner for a wide-open three.
The Wolves have hung in there waiting for this opportunity. 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the third overtime. And they find themselves with a 3-point lead. And like you said, Lucas, this time the Engineers have got to find a way.
If I'm Coach Creech, I'm telling my kids, we want to really take that three-point line away. We want to make them drive, shoot over Richie, and, you know, even if they hit a tough shot over Richie, they're still not tied. And with a free throw shooter like Wilgus and Sawyer Thompson, you know, you've got the ball in your hand, and you got to feel pretty good about that.
The Wolves still with two of the biggest leaders on their teams on the court, Wilgus Tosin and Sawyer Thompson. Richie, Wisman, and Voles out there with them.
Really proud of how Max Wisman has stepped into this game. You know, an 8th grader, hadn't played until halfway through the second overtime, and he steps in there and he's went to war and made some really important plays for his team.
73-76. Willis with it over to Benton. Benton working against Wilgus Tosin. Drives, goes in, kicks in the corner to Rose. Rose goes up off the backboard and good. 156, 75-76. Tosin over to Thompson.
Real important for the Wolves to meet every pass here. Max Wisman's going to shoot a three from the corner.
Oh, no good, but handled by Voles. Under the basket, gets it out of there to Wilgus Tosin. Voles with some important rebounds under the basket. Wilgus Tosin wants to drive, brings it back out. Goes in the lane. Knocked down by Rose, blocked. Beeler, outlet pass to Isford. Isford goes up. And we got a foul, I believe, on Sawyer Thompson. Did he call that on Wilgus? No, he called it on
Sawyer.
All right, I got you. Sawyer Thompson with his 4th foul. And Will Isford will go to the line.
Wilgus and Sawyer both have 4. Now, I'm sure that Coach Hall is going to try to attack them and put the pressure on them to play defense without fouling here.
Sawyer Thompson, the leader that he is, goes up and talks to Wilgus. Then he goes over and talks to Dalton Voles and Skylar Ritchie. Then he goes back and talks to Wisman. Keeping the troops' heads in the game as Isford goes to the line. 1-point lead for the Wolves. Isford to tie it, and he does. $76-all. 1:20 to go here in the third overtime. Isford's second shot is good. Tosin over to Thompson. Thompson gets across midcourt. 1 minute and 7 seconds. Wilgus Tosin drives past Isford, goes in the lane, dishes.
I was going to say, that has to be a block.
Foul going to be called on Kenny Rose.
It's still just a 1-and-1.
Yeah. And that's 4 on Rose. Coach Hall talks to Rose to calm him down. Wilgus Tosin to go to the line.
I think they said that was in the shooting motion, so he's going to have 2 here, I think.
He'll shoot 2.
Now they're saying bonus.
1-and-1 is what he just said, yep.
Yeah.
Back to Willis, back to Beeler. Back to Willis, now to Benton, over on the right wing. Isford back to Willis, top of the key, over to Beeler. Inside to Isford, back to Willis, back to Beeler. Willis. And we got a timeout. Coach Hall not happy.
Coach Hall's trying to tell his team they're down. And I don't think everybody on the floor knew they were down. I think they thought they were tied.
I think so.
One of the young men pointed at the scoreboard, and I think he honestly thought they were tied because they weren't really looking to score. I look for Coach Creech to change his defense here.
29 seconds in the third overtime. Wolves with a 1-point lead. It is loud in here, and the Estill band is not even playing. Folks, thanks for staying with us on Bluegrass Sports Nation. Here in the third overtime, 77-78. 1-point lead for the Wolves. Wolves out of the timeout. Coach Hall gives last instructions to his engineers.
I look for them to have a little bit more sense of urgency and try to get one thing the Wolves have to watch for is hitting Isford and then Isford hitting that baseline or kicking opposite wing to Benton.
Benton to Willis. Willis across
Wolves have
midcourt
matched
to
up
Isford.
man-to-man.
Isford going to go in. Puts up the shot. No good. Knocked out of bounds. And it'll stay with the Engineers.
Coach Hall's probably going to call timeout here and set up an out-of-bounds play, I think.
Yep, and he does just that. Coach Hall calls the timeout. It's been a long time since I got to call one like this, Lucas.
Yeah,
Last year we called a 4 overtime game in the girls. Casey Allen and myself.
This has been a game of so many different ups and downs, the emotions by so many different, both teams have had highs and lows. And this is what regional tournament basketball is about. It's a shame one of these teams is going to win and lose this game. That's just part of sports, but both these teams have played so hard, and you can see just the kids, like we said, some of these kids haven't come off the floor all night, and they're exhausted.
Well, there's nobody that's went onto this court that could say they didn't leave it all out there. Exceptional play from both teams. Engineers and the Wolves back on the court. Engineer basketball on the baseline to inbound. Willis.
Look for somebody to slip this screen back door. Good job there by Max Wisman.
Rose jump shot, no good. Knocked out of bounds again.
Coach Creech was really wanting a foul on that one.
Tolson goes out of bounds trying to save it. And it'll stay with the Engineers. 13.2 seconds to go in the third overtime. Isford. Oh, gosh. Throws it to Benton.
Benton's going to look to go right here.
9 seconds. Benton going to put up a three. Nails it. Wow. Tolson, half court, throws it up. Off the backboard, no good. And the Estill Engineers in the third overtime have upset the Wolves 80-78. Coach Hall's club celebrates at midcourt as the Engineers pull out a 2-point win over the Wolves. Special thanks again to our sponsors. Special thanks to you guys for keeping us tuned in on Bluegrass Sports Nation, bringing you the 14th region basketball action. We'll take a quick break and go to commercial and be right back to recap this one.
At HCTC, you're more than just a student.
I am a daughter.
I am a father.
I am employed.
I am a mother.
I am ambitious.
I am a work in progress.
I am an innovator.
I am a HCTC graduate.
Folks, we are back. Estill County Engineers, a 2-point winner over the Wolfe County Wolves in 3 overtimes, 80-78. And we have a presentation of all-tournament team to Wilgus Tolson at midcourt. Wilgus with an exceptional game. Wilgus with 29 points tonight, followed closely by Sawyer Thompson with 24. Leading scorer tonight was Cade Benton of the Estill County Engineers with 36 points. Young man hit the game-winning shot at the end of the game for the Engineers. Lucas, any last thoughts about this one?
Well, we said it a few minutes ago. It's a shame either team had to win this or had to lose this game. Both these teams played so hard at such a high level for 3 overtimes. That's a whole nother quarter and a half of basketball. And Estill had it last, and Cade Benton come up and hit a shot. You got to tip your hat to him. Wilgus Tolson had made several big plays for the Wolves, and Sawyer Thompson there to extend the game. And, the Engineers, they were able to have it last and make a play,
This game really says a lot about the 14th region, the competition that we have in this region, not just in our district, but in the whole region. Big win for the Engineers. Take nothing away from the Wolves. What a ball game.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, there's not a kid that didn't leave it all on the line. When you look at the point totals on the Wolves, Wilgus Tolson and Sawyer Thompson, you can't ask anything more of either of those two.
Obviously tonight's the last night. Wilgus and Elijah and Mark Madley, they'll put on that Wolfe County uniform. And as a Wolfe County school employee and fan, I want to tell them how much we appreciate their hard work over the last few years, and it's been such a fun time watching those guys play ball, and they play so hard and everything, and we want to wish them all the success in the future and whatever they decide to do.
Well, Lucas, appreciate you being up here with us tonight. It's always a pleasure, my friend. Appreciate your analysis and commentary. For Brendan Miller, for Lucas Miller, Ty Back, Darren Back, I'm Rob Hounshell. We're going to wrap this one up here from the Coliseum. We'll see you again tomorrow night here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.